I chain smoke, and I say fuck a lot. But I accept myself for the way I am. I accept you too. Viewer discretion advised. From crazydaysandnights.net, there's a lot of reveals, and I just started looking at them, but here's one that stood out. Thursday, July 4th, 2019. Blind Items revealed number 34 from June 14th, 2019. I know they thought they got away with it when they threw that longtime A-list celebrity in his country under the bus after his death. With planned leaks and a parade of victims, they raised a toast with a bottle of wine that cost $25,000 while they watched child porn they had filmed and collected. Most of it they had filmed. One is a foreign-born permanent A-list musician who has briefly touched the third rail of child porn, but got away with his lame excuse because of his fame. The other, a foreign-born permanent A-list socialite type, who has been in the space before because of his banishment from multiple countries for similar offenses. Not so much with child porn. Authorities and law enforcement wouldn't call it that because of the international incident it would create. It is what it is, of course. Tweens and teens being forced into sex acts with the men while they were filmed. The men obscured either with masks or not shown at all. Their voices altered. Our socialite type would buy the tweens and teens while the dead celebrity and the musician used their fame to attract underage groupies, who then would be put through the 10 minutes to 10 hours of sex and filming in as many situations as possible, all the while being filmed. Usually with the celebrities, it was unknown filming. With our socialite type, the victims all knew they were being filmed and what would happen if they protested. Now with some recent court filings, some of the socialite type's actions are coming to light, and he will make sure to take down as many as possible if needed. He knows because of his stature he is safe. This would not be true for any of the others. And the recent court filings are obviously referring to Jeffrey Epstein. Court wants Jeffrey Epstein's potentially defaming documents made public July 3rd, 2019. A massive trove of potentially explosive court documents involving convicted billionaire sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, which could reveal new allegations of abuse against, quote, numerous prominent American politicians, powerful business executives, foreign presidents, a well-known prime minister, and other world leaders, should be made public, a federal court has ruled. And the longtime A-list celebrity in his own country, who they threw under the bus after his death, Jimmy Savile. In 1978, John Lydon, also known as Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols, had some things to say about Jimmy Savile, but it was never aired.
An unbroadcast section of a BBC radio interview you did in 1978 recently came to light, included on a pill album, and you were talking about making a film where you kill famous people. Now, this has never been played on television before, but it has a particular relevance. Let's listen to this.
So who else is on the goner list?
Oh, it's endless, believe me. I just want to make a film of it. On film, I'd like to kill Jimmy Savile. I think he's a hypocrite.
Weren't I right?
I bet he's into all kinds of seediness that we all know about, but are not allowed to talk about. I know some rumours. I bet none of this will be allowed out.
I should imagine libelous stuff will be allowed out.
Nothing I said is libel.
Jimmy Savile, or Sir James Wilson Vincent Savile, born on Halloween 1926, was an English DJ, television and radio personality who hosted BBC shows including Top of the Pops and Jimmy'll Fix It. He raised an estimated $40 million for charities and during his lifetime was widely praised for his personal qualities and as a fundraiser. After his death, hundreds of allegations of sexual abuse were made against him, leading the police to conclude that Savile had been a predatory sex offender, possibly one of Britain's most prolific. There had been allegations during his lifetime, but they were dismissed and accusers ignored or disbelieved. Savile took legal action against some accusers. During his lifetime, he was noted for fundraising and supporting charities and hospitals. He was also knighted in 1990. Well, I haven't looked into it at all. I kind of have a theory about anybody that was knighted. On November 12th, 2012, the Metropolitan Police announced the scale of sexual allegations reported against Savile was unprecedented in Britain. A total of 450 alleged victims had contacted the police in 10 weeks since the investigation was launched. And the foreign-born permanent A-list socialite type, Prince Andrew, according to a 2011 court filing by alleged Epstein victim Virginia Roberts Jeffrey, she saw Clinton and Prince Andrew on the island, but never saw the former president do anything improper. Jeffrey has accused Prince Andrew of having sex with her when she was a minor, a charge Buckingham Palace denies. And Prince Andrew has been on Crazy Days and Nights before because of being banished from other countries. Line item number 10, the essentially banned from this country because of his underage sex exploits here, A-list royal has already made plans to ask for the ban to be lifted when he meets one-on-one next week with the person that can make that happen. Well, anyway, it seems like he's the official fuck-up of the family. Foreign-born permanent A-list musician, Pete Townshend. Townshend was one of 3,744 people arrested in UK as part of Operation OR, a nationwide police crackdown on internet perverts. He was cautioned and put on a sex offenders register for 5 years. He insisted at the time that he had simply been conducting research when he paid 7 squiggles with his credit card. I don't understand other countries' money. I don't understand our money. In 1999, to access a website bearing the message, click here for child porn. Despite his denials of harboring depraved desires, he accepted a police caution and was duly placed on the sex offenders register for 5 years. His image has never fully recovered, although he did play at the Olympics closing ceremony this summer, along with The Who's only other surviving original band member, lead singer Roger Daltrey. He has now broken his silence on the issue as he promotes his new autobiography, Who I Am. Speaking to the Times, Townshend said he had struggled to express himself in the book because his actions seemed insane even to him. He found himself condemned as a pedophile around the world. Asked why he chose not to go to court to declare his innocence, he said he was simply, quote, exhausted at the time and had been given just half an hour by officers at Kingston Police Station to decide whether to accept the caution. He said he and his lawyers were, quote, surprised by the police's decision because they had all believed he would be let off. He added he thought prosecution lawyers would fucking rip me apart if he went to court. In his autobiography, he describes how the media storm about the scandal began, saying, quote, if I had a gun, I would have shot myself just to escape the lynching. Asked how seriously he considered suicide, Townshend said it was only for a moment, but added that he had despaired because he was not given any sense that the truth behind his actions would come out. In his autobiography, Townshend details how when he was 6, his musician parents sent him from their London home to live with his mentally ill grandmother, Denny, in Westgate-on-Sea, Kent. He claimed she was promiscuous and invited many men to the house. He recalled, she wouldn't let me have a lock on my door, which was terrifying. You had one guy that looked like Adolf Hitler with a little mustache, his hair brushed to the side, and a withered arm. He would sit me on his lap and I had to call him uncle. I don't want to say I was sexually abused just because it's convenient to explain why I'm so complicated. But I also don't want to deny that what feels to me happened, it happened. Not that I was brutally raped, but something very creepy was going on. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, something creepy was going on. So that's what he was researching? This makes no sense. This blind item was revealed, but just to be clear, Epstein's files opened, the dead celebrity Jimmy Savile, and Pete Townshend and Prince Andrew drinking wine watching child porn. And at this point, Epstein has been denied bail. So let's see what happens. Buckle up! Fucking stoned! I got a motherfucking spaceship. Oh, fuck. Cool, I got it.